Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Fantasy Friday and we're on Pathfinder: Rise of the Runelords. We are on the last adventure of Scenario 5 of Adventure. Well, we're on the last scenario, which is Scenario 5 of the 5th Adventure Pack. And it's into the runeforge. And it's the defeat of its leaders has thrown runeforge into disarray. Vanquish the vicious warriors of wrath, including their leader, High Lady Anthrix, and a living effigy of the ruin Lord of Greed. Then combine the collected magic of the runeforge's masters into weapons of incredible power. Now there's one difference between this one and all the other ones. Basically, is we only have 4 locations this time. And, well, here, I'll read it to you. We have our villain is Karsog statue. Now, however, during this scenario, when setting up this scenario, put the villain Karsog statue in the location Runeforge Hub. Add henchmen to the others as usual. And if you notice, here is Runeforge Hub. And if you notice, it's all zeros here. So there's nothing there except the villain. You may not start the scenario here or move here until all of the other locations are closed. And it says you may close this location automatically. So we have to close the other 3 locations first before we can even move there. So we know where the villain's at in this one, and we know what we have to do to get him. If you defeat a henchman but do not close the location, shuffle the henchman back into the location deck. If we win this, we get rune-forged weapons. And that's basically it. So we have Shimmering Veils of Pride, Iron Cages of Lust, the Runeforge Hub, and the Halls of Wrath. Well, I'm probably going to send Kyra to the Shimmering Veils of Pride because it takes a wisdom to close, and he's good at wisdom. I'll probably send Valeros here to Iron Cages of Lust. That's Charisma, Dexterity, Diplomacy to close. And then I'll probably send Ezrin to the Halls of Wrath because it's an Intelligence or Knowledge 12 check. So we've flipped our first blessing. So let's go ahead and go here to the Shimmering Veils of Pride. And let's see what we're going to get. When you succeed at a check, recharge a card. And on closing, you may put any of your buried cards back into your hand. So that's good. Let's see what we get. We have Mass Cure. Okay, Wisdom 12. Let's go ahead. 10, and we get that. So we get Mass Cure. And we succeeded at a check, so we're going to recharge a card. And I will probably recharge Mass Cure. Alright, and let's see, I will play him, and we will explore again. Bolstering Armor, Constitution Fortitude 9, we can't get that. Well, actually we could. If we rolled a 6, we can get it because we have +3. No, we didn't get it. Okay, well, it's fine. Now I'm going to play this Blessing, and we're going to explore again. And we have Clockwork Librarian. Intelligence Knowledge 11. Yeah, no, there's no way we're going to get him. So that's going to be the end of his turn. Next up, we have Valeros. And like I said, we'll go to him to the Iron Cages of Lust. Add 2 to your checks to acquire allies. If you fail to acquire an ally, bury an ally from your hand if you have one. When closing, succeed at a Charisma Diplomacy check, and there's none when permanently closed. Okay, so we find, well, we have our first henchman, Warrior of Wrath. Before the encounter, each character in your location must succeed at a Dexterity or Aerobics 12 check, or be dealt 1 fire damage. Okay, there's no way we're passing that, so he's gonna be dealt one damage. I'll just recharge this. Okay, and let us try to beat her. She's a 20 to beat. I'm going to recharge the soldier. It's going to give me a 1d4. And then I will recharge him to get another 1d4. And then I guess we'll just use the long sword here, strength or melee, plus 1d8 plus 2. So let's see what we get here. Alright, so we have 9, 12, 15, plus 2 is 17, and plus 4 is 21. So we beat the Warrior of Wrath. Now we have to worry about closing this location. And we have to make a, what was it? A charisma diplomacy. Alright. And honestly, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. So, since I can't close it, I think what I'll do, we have to shuffle her back into the deck. You remember that, right? So we're going to have to shuffle her back into the deck. I don't have any blessings to help me do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll end my turn there, and we'll be done. Okay, Ezran is going to the Halls of Wrath. The difficulty of any combat check is increased by 2. If you fail a combat check, the damage dealt to you is increased by 2. Succeed in intelligence, knowledge check, and nothing when closing. Okay, so we have Acidic Sling, which is a dexterity range 10, and there's no way we can get that. So we'll spend a sage, and we will keep exploring. We have, ooh, a henchman, High Lady Thraxorus. Okay. Immune to fire, deals 1 fire damage to me. After the encounter, she deals 1 fire damage to me. So, okay, I'll take I'll get rid of Frost Ray, and I'll go ahead and get rid of Acid Arrow as well for the fire damage. And I'm going to use Lightning Bolt. This lady's 20. I'll use my Arcane plus a 3 die 6. Okay, that's 12, 17, 18, 24. So we beat her, no problem. Let me see if I can keep the Lightning Bolt. No, I can't. I have to get rid of it. Okay, and now I have to do an Intelligence Knowledge 12 check. We got a good chance of doing it. I'm going to reveal the Robe of Runes to give me some extra added thing here. Okay, so I have 6, and I have plus 2, 3, 4 is 10. And if I add my Robe of Runes, it gives me 2, which is 12, which is good enough to close this location. So this location has been closed pretty quickly. There was a troll there. That's good. So Ezran has closed that location. Alright, let's go back to Kyron. See, he will grab a couple cards. Okay, and he will send spawn Axeman. Okay, it's 19 to beat him. Oh, let's see what I want to do. Well, I have my Flaming Mace and I have my Short Spear actually, so that's not too bad. I want to keep the Flaming Mace because you need something sometimes with a magical trait, so I will Strength melee 1d6 plus 3. You may discard this card to add a d12. Alright. So okay. And we need a 19. Well, we got 11, 3, 6. That's quite enough. We get rid of the Short Spear. We beat him. So that's very good. I will play this blessing, and we will go again. There's a Warrior of Wrath. Okay, here she is. Now he will not pass the dexterity check, so we will just recharge. Well, we had to recharge a card anyways. Let's recharge Holy Light, and then we have to recharge this, and now we will fight her. And I will use my Flaming Mace. 1d8 plus 1, and then a d4. And my Strength. And then I remember I have my Charmed Red Dragon, so that can help come into play. Okay, so I have 8, plus 1 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Plus the 4. First 6, which is 17. Plus my Strength, which is 4, is 21. So that's good enough to beat the Warrior of Wrath. Now I have to do a Wisdom Perception check. Alright. Oops, let me put that back. And see if we can luck up and get it. Now we got an 11. Which, add my bonuses, is enough to close this location. So we have now closed 2 locations. Very good. Next up is Valeros. Let's draw him some cards. And he will go, and he finds the Wand of Treasure Fighting. There's no way he's getting that. So we will do our Troubadour, and we will explore again. And we find a blessing here. Bury any card. And I think I will bury the Impaler of Thorns. And we'll go ahead and we'll spin that and keep going. Crushing Door. Okay, there's no way I'm going to do this. Let's see here. I could try to do the blessing here. Excuse me. My dexterity is D8. I could play the I'm going to play the blessing. We're going to get 2 D8s. And I got an 8 and 7, which is good. So we defeat the Crushing Door. But that's going to be the end of his turn. Okay, it's Ezran's turn. And let's see here. Well, we know where we're going to send him. We're going to send him here. And we'll see what he comes across. Elder Earth Elemental. It's immune to mental poison. 18. I have Scorching Ray. So, excuse me. Thing in 2d6. 10, 15, but excuse me. Oh, I also get to roll a 1d4. Well, that's 19. He's done. And so, do I keep my Scorching Ray? I do. Recharge it. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to play her, and I can reveal the top card. It's a red cap, and I can discard her, which I will, and we will go against that. Now I have my wand here of Scorching Rays, so it's going to give me a 3d6 plus Valeros is 1d4. That's a good roll. That's 12, 17, and that's enough. So we beat the red cap. And I think that's it for him. So it's going to be Kyron's turn. And he will come here. And the necklace of fireballs. Alright, that is intelligence arcane. He does not have that, so there's no way he's getting that. So I think what I'll do is I will play one blessing. That blessing there, and we will explore again. Okay, here she is. Everybody's gonna have to take 1 fire damage. There's no way that, yeah, that's gonna be able to happen. So he'll get rid of this. He'll get rid of the dog slicer. And Ezran will get rid of the, well, I can actually recharge the arcane armor. Okay, so we're going to fight her, and we're going to use our Warhammer +1, but we have Valeros with us, so we're going to get a D4, and we can do our strength plus a 1d8, and then discard it and add another D6. So let's see what we can do. Okay, it's 12, 18, 19, and then +4 is 23. So we have beaten her, and now we just have to close this location. We have to succeed at a charisma diplomacy, which we get a D6 on that. However, I do have a blessing. So, and I have a good blessing, which lets me roll 2 die. So let's see. And I got 12 right there. So this location is now closed. Nothing happens. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. It's Valeros' turn. And do I want to send him here? Let's have a look at our villain. Immune to acid attack, to the attack and mental traits. Combat 28. Okay, I think I'm not going to send him. I'm going to send him there, but we're not going to fight him. I don't want to fight him yet. And it's going to be Ezran's turn. Let's see what he gets. Well, lightning bolt's good. The luckstone is good. Okay. Alright. So we're going to move him here. And oh man, the lightning bolt is an attack. Okay, well, there's nothing, I can't do anything with that. So yeah. Okay. Well, let's play the next card. And Kyra's going to come here now. Okay, so what I think we're going to do, alright, I think we're going to beat this guy pretty good. Is immune to attack him if undefeated. Okay. Alright, so we're going to fight him with Kyra. We're going to get 1d4 for Valeros. We're going to use our flaming mace. We're going to use our strength plus a d8 and then add another 1d4. Okay. And I have this blessing, and I can bury this and add 2 more die. Now my top one is 8, so I will use the 8. Then I have this wand here, and I will bury this card to decrease the combat by 2 die 4, or 1d4 plus 1, 4. So now he is 24 to beat. And so we have all these dice, and we need to get 24 points. And I think we can do that. Okay, well, there's 8. There's 6. It's 14. 14 and 3 is 17. 1 is 18. 20. 24. And that's without any bonuses. So we have defeated the Karzog statue. Okay, so for loot, we're each going to get a card feat, which is nice. But we're also going to get this runeforged weapons. And it's places card next to the Spires of Xen Shadowless Adventure card. In each scenario, that adventure add 2d4 to a check made in an encounter with a Bane with a transmuter trait. So, alright. I'm going to have to remember that. Because it's going to go next to it. So, that's fine. So everybody's going to get card feat. And we'll do that. So that is scenario 5. The next scenario we start with, adventure pack, will be adventure 6. And it is the Spires of Xen Shadowless. I guess maybe we can finally figure out what's going on. And we'll have 5 adventures for that, and then we will be done with Pathfinder for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little short, but this one was short and easy, sweet. So until the next time, see you then, and have fun.